Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. Are you ready for this week? It is going to be a very interesting week. Half of you are sitting snowed in. There's the FOMC meeting this week. BlackRock is doing some interesting things. We'll talk about all of it. The US intervening with the yen. Let's get into it. So, key economic events this week. Monday, market reacts to the 100% Canada tariff situation. So far, by the way, pre-market, it's not looking, well, pre-market hasn't opened up yet, but like overnight futures are looking okay. So we'll see how that plays out. The crypto market is actually recovered a smidge. So basically there was a sell-off last night where XRP went from 189 all the way down to 181. And all of that sell-off has been recovered. So XRP is currently sitting at $1.88, up 2.5%. Bitcoin, same thing, right? It dropped from 87 all the way to 86, and now it's back to 80, almost 88. Same thing with Ethereum, right? We sold off here down to 2,700, and it's back to 2,900. Similar for Solana, right? You can see 3%. So the market is basically banging to the same kind of cadence, same kind of drum here. If we go and we take a look at the crypto fear and greed index, we're back in fear, right? 20, not as low as it was back in mid-December when we dropped all the way to 11, but we went so fast from 61 all the way down to 20 in just 2 weeks. And if you look, zoom out, all of the gains that we gained in that 2 weeks have basically been eaten up. So it makes sense. But we went from the top of the stochastic RSI to the bottom of the stochastic RSI. We went from a situation where we were on the strong buy side and now we're on the strong sell side. So things can flip very, very fast. Things can change. Silver and gold continue to dominate, continue to be strong. Silver at 108 right now and up another 5%. We got gold at over $5,000 already. 5,096, up 2% on the day. So historical, right? First time gold is over $5,000 an ounce. Holy smokes, right? All that jewelry that you bought your wife or girlfriend now is much more expensive. And so that continues to happen with the pressure, of course, the geopolitical pressure and everything that comes from that. The uncertainty. I even read that that silver was even at a higher level in China. For some reason, I sent it to myself, but I'm not finding it. Technical difficulty. And so if we continue to see what will potentially happen this week, we have on Tuesday, January consumer confidence data, and Wednesday, the crescendo, FOMC decision, and Powell's press conference. And not just that, but also Microsoft, Meta, Tesla earnings, Thursday, Apple earnings, and Friday, a fresh batch of PPI inflation data. And of course, the fact that there's a 75% chance of government shutdown looming. So all of this, and we give sad faces, right? But we've seen in the past that things can flip very, very fast, right? And you can take advantage of it. I still have the positions open on BYDFI, right? I got my XRP and Bitcoin low leverage positions here. If you are interested in trading on BYDFI, we do have a promotion going on right now that you sign up using my link, and it's the more you trade, the more potential XRP you can gain. If you trade over 1 million, you can get 130 worth of XRP, and so on. 50 million, you get 2,500 worth of XRP. And if you trade over 100 million in volume, you'll get $10,000 worth of XRP. This is actual XRP. This is values that are going to be paid out to users. Also, if you are in one of these, you'll also get access to the free Telegram group, and you'll have chat with me and a representative of BYDFI if you are in the whale position. So if you're interested in that, link is in the description down below. You can sign up here using my link and I will get a commission. So it helps support the channel if you are interested. Again, please trade responsibly. We've seen the market go fast up and down. So please trade responsibly, understand the risks and rewards of using low leverage and high leverage. Okay. And as always, remember that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. So it makes sense that we see this headline, right? After we looked at silver and gold, right? And we see BlackRock investors are pulling out of crypto. 14 trillion asset manager BlackRock saw 356.64 of client money leave its spot Bitcoin ETF on January 21st. This marks the sixth largest daily outflow in history. Last week, total spot Bitcoin ETF recorded 1.33 billion in net outflows, the second biggest, largest weekly dump ever. ETF selling removes a key source of spot demand, right? So if you would have had a situation where you say, okay, retail is buying, but there's not enough, from spot, they're releasing it too. So this is a very interesting situation. It makes sense. Why? Because a lot of the money that is going to the ETFs is in 401ks and IRAs and Roth IRAs and things like that. And so when you have a situation like that and it's in the IRA, right, you have less worry about maybe, flipping over or going to the different asset. Whereas, in the crypto markets, it's harder to, let's say, it's on Coinbase, and then you have to, if you want to buy silver futures, then you have to trade it over to your brokerage account. So it's a lot easier if it's already there. You just sell the ETF and buy the silver ETF or the gold ETF or whatever. And so that's the scenario that we're seeing right now. It's a lot easier to flip over. And so that's what we're seeing. It makes sense, right? I can't deny that. When you see every single day, silver goes up another 5%, right? And so this is happening. It's going parabolic. But again, we've talked about this. When things go parabolic like this, there's always the risk of the drawback, right? I've seen many things go parabolic over my trading journey. And more times than none, the parabolic fun comes to an end, and then there's a sell-off, then people start freaking out, and then it's, a rolling cascading thing. So we need to be very careful, and you need to decide what you want to do, where you want to invest. Very, very important. Okay. And listen, the US dollar continues to lose, right? This month, it's now at the lowest level since September 18th. Of course, this is happening on the headline of the whole Japan situation, where the Fed is potentially going to start investing in the yen and trying to push the yen back up. And last time there was a yen intervention, we talked about this last night, we had a little bit of a pullback, but then crypto pumped, right? Because it's bad for the dollar, but good for the international markets and the markets around the world. So again, that will potentially be, on the radar this week. But this is just another reminder, if we don't have assets, we're going to be left behind because the dollar or whatever you own in your country, the fiat money, is losing its value, right? It's you can't beat around the bush, right? My grandma, rest in peace, she in the 30s and 40s could go to a movie for a nickel, right? And now I don't know how much it costs, $15, right? So, inflation happens throughout time, and people that left money in their accounts in the 70s and the 80s and did not purchase assets on that are left behind, right? So this is just, as we're seeing it drop in real time, it's just a reminder that, of course, we've talked a lot about inflation over the past few years, but it's just another reminder that we are the masters of our destiny, and we can't say, oh, the government's going to give me this, the government's going to give me that. Oh, I'm going to have, Social Security. Oh, I'm going to have, I don't know what other government programs there are, but right? Don't think like that. And you're probably not thinking like that, by the way, because you're watching this video. People that think like that are probably not interested in crypto videos or XRP videos, right? So it makes sense. But you're already, you're a lot better than 99% of the people. Okay, so that's very, very important to remember. Interestingly, we had another 1 billion removed from the market here, 2 billion in the XRP Strategic Treasury Reserve from Evernorth, and others, right? Again, when we talk about these kinds of treasury companies and companies that create strategic reserves, this can be good in the short term because a huge amounts of XRP could be leaving the market. But on the flip side, that creates a situation where I'm a little bit concerned because my theory is that I don't know how these companies are going to react if the market pulls back. If XRP drops another 20, 30, 40%, do these companies flush the market with their assets that they remove from the market, or do they have quote unquote diamond hands and ride through the wave? And so that is just my concern about these treasury companies and companies adding XRP or Bitcoin or crypto, whatever, to their balance sheet, is the fact that they are, they have, of course, everybody has their, you have a significant other, you have some responsibility to them, of course. But if you have a company, you have responsibility to the investors. And if it's a public company, to the board and to the shareholders and all that. It's a different situation, right? And so that can flip very, very fast. And it will be very interesting to see how it plays out over the next coming years with all these companies. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and you keep coming back to see my beautiful face, now's the time to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you get notifications about videos that drop. A question, okay? So I was on, I had that issue with YouTube, and there was every content creator was getting problems around November there, and I had like 3 months that I was in the naughty zone, and it passed, right? The question is, I thought maybe like because of that we were seeing less. I know that the crypto market was not doing great, so it makes sense that people were less interested. But are you feeling that you are seeing more of my videos recently? Or is it normal, regular? Let me know in the comment section. Some people are like, I haven't seen your stuff in a while, and suddenly it popped up for me. It could be just that you are less interested, of course, in the crypto market, but is there another factor? I don't know. I'm seeing a little bit of an uptick, but not much, and it's because crypto hasn't been that interesting over the past few weeks, just price wise. Of course, news wise, it's always interesting, but price wise, which is what people, right, at the end of the day, that's what we care about. Hasn't been so great. So I understand that, but I was interested to see what you guys are seeing and feeling. Okay. Again, smash the like button, drop a comment, check out the links in the description down below. Check out BYDFI if you are interested in trading as well and being part of that competition. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.